Hello, everybody. I'm going to talk today about Charlie's sumo wrestling lawsuit. And I had stumbled across this a while ago, and I had to read it about 10 times to see if I was reading it correctly, that Charlie was in a sumo wrestling lawsuit in 1996. And I found a document about it, and I have to assume that this is the same Dr. Charles Adelson, even though Charlie's middle name is J. This lawsuit says his middle initial is A, and I believe that is incorrect. So unless there's another dentist with the name Charlie Adelson. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this document that I found on casetext.com, and they're going over Charles Adelson and Jacqueline Lesqueri versus U.S. Legal Support. And so they are suing this legal support company, but this is also on top of the lawsuit where in 1996, Adelson, a dentist, sued Time Warner and Sports Illustrated after he was injured in a sumo wrestling event, which he participated in connection with his lawsuit against Time Warner and Sports Illustrated. Adelson did not order depositions, receive invoices, or pay court reporter bills. Adelson's second lawsuit was a legal malpractice action filed against the attorneys who represented him in his litigation against Time Warner and Sports Illustrated. In the malpractice case, Adelson paid deposition costs, though he did not order depositions himself and is unaware of his attorney's agreement, if any, with legal support, with U.S. legal support. The malpractice case ultimately settled, and Adelson paid the court reporting expenses out of the proceeds of his settlement. Adelson's attorney in the malpractice case negotiated and received a special rate for each page from the U.S. legal support. Adelson's attorney concluded that the court reporter expenses incurred on behalf of Adelson were reasonable and necessary for litigation. So according to legal support, the proposed class definition is overbroad because it includes customers who have paid for a word index knowing they were paying for same per page rate for transcript and index pages. Vague because it does not take into account the possibility that more than one person or entity has paid for court reporting services, and unascertainable because determining class membership under proposed definition would require individualized inquiry and to identify the ultimate payer of U.S. legal support services. So it just goes on and on and on, you guys. So, I mean, I guess you can just read it, but the legal support finally argues that the class action is not superior method agitating the case because there were some significant manageability problems given to individualized issues. Okay, so I guess what we're seeing here is that, Charlie was upset that he had to pay extra legal fees for this case, and he had gotten, I guess, a settlement from this sumo wrestling accident and had to pay the court reporter through the legal U.S. legal services, which he hired to represent him. And he probably did not end up pocketing very much money for suing Time Warner and Sports Illustrated. But guys, I did some research about sumo wrestling suit accidents, which I'm assuming that Charlie was wearing one of these sumo wrestling suits. It was probably some event, like I'm guessing like some spring break event, like Sports Illustrated or Time Warner, which owns cable, maybe like a network, like Comedy Central or something came to like Miami, or some like sporting event or something, which Time Warner, Sports Illustrated owns. And so I have looked and seen, there have been so many incidents with sumo wrestling suits. I mean, I guess this issue seems like such a comical thing, but some of these people have gotten brain injuries from the helmet fitting improperly, or concussions. People have even died. But I mean, just like anything, there are risks. And I guess Charlie found, you know, that he was in some discomfort, maybe had like a concussion from this inflatable suit. And even one of the hosts on the doctors, you know, Dr. Orden got injured, and he had to like sue this company from getting knocked down. I guess you can see here, I don't have any volume on this video, but you know, it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt. Let's watch and see what happens when two people are wearing these sumo suits. Okay, so, you know, looks like they're having fun, but these helmets, I think, are what injure people. They kind of like knock their head backwards and can kind of suffocate in these sumo suits. And look, everyone's having such a good time and then can't get up. It's kind of horrible. I'm a little claustrophobic. I have to admit, that sounds like a horrible idea. So guys, more videos to come. Thank you so much for watching this video and seeing, you know, maybe this is where Charlie got some of his zest for the legal process and lawsuits, or maybe his interest in the Asian Pacific culture came from his experience in the sumo wrestling or whatever, you know. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your comments and liking and subscribing. Have a wonderful day.